reached so far. And also 2 JRF net from the physics department, 1 SLET student from chemistry department, and 1 SLET and 1 gate from mathematics department. That has been our like the students who have done a nice job. Then during 11th plan period from 2007 to 12, School of Physical Sciences received a grant from DST under DST FIST program, which helped us to equip our PG lab. Then our departments, chemistry department, physics, we are trying to have collaborations also. We have some collaboration. In physics department, we have some national collaboration. Chemistry department, we have international collaboration. And one of our faculty in physics department has got a collaborative project from IAEA Vienna. Then in 2015, chemistry department has received DST FIST departmental grant also. Then in the next month, physics department has been invited for the presentation for the departmental DST FIST. So we expect if we can get, then we'll be the second department in the school to get DST FIST assistance. Then mathematics department is receiving a grant, book grant from National Board of Higher Mathematics, which is nothing but DAE body. From there they are receiving regularly book grant. So that is enriching their library. Then in our school, it is, as our convener already said, that our Honorable Vice Chancellor is encouraging all of us in such a way that it is helping us a lot. And he's always encouraging all the faculty to have at least one project, one research project, because that helps not only the person to the department, but also to the university as a whole. And in our Honorable Vice Chancellor's period, he has taken a decision that suppose I have got a project presentation and I'm going to Delhi or Bangalore or wherever, and the agency is not going to pay my TADA. So he has decided that if agency is not paying your TADA, and suppose you are not getting the project also, in that case, university will pay TADA. So that way we are encouraged. I think this may be very few universities will have this facility. And that facility actually helps us, encourages us so much. So we don't want to miss any opportunity whenever we get for project or for any other presentations also. So all those support from the highest level helps us to improve, and I can say proudly that in the School of Physical Sciences, most of our faculty have major projects, and maybe 1 or 2 who have joined recently, except them, we all are having either 1 or 2 or more projects with us, and that is helping us for our individual development growth, plus it is also helping the department to get some new equipments, plus it is also giving an opportunity and we can interact with other people also on that ground, because having the research project, very easy to move and interact with the people. So all these have been possible with the support of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is taking a very, very special attention and who is always ready to help us to any extent which is possible under the purview. So that is really helping us, and that is why this particular program, CM Days, I hope it is going to finally help and enrich our school and the department, because as its motive as given in the flyer, that we want to have more interaction, and in future that may lead to collaboration with other people working in the similar area in different places of the country. So, and this program in one way I should say it's, sir, it is sort of international also. We have 2 participants from our neighboring country Nepal also in this program. So it's very nice to see them here. And instead of taking so much time, I really welcome all of you, especially to the participants and to the invited speakers who are coming all the way to Aizawl from their place and sparing their valuable time, and especially to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our chief guest, who has so much tight schedule, but instead of all that, he very kindly accepted our request and is present with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for an inspiring address. Next, let us call MSc students, Physics Department, for presentation of a song. MS
So tam ram nuam hi chor pia ru ni ya hello den lung rua da ram kan le na per kwang ching chang sai kan soi lai mo ye par moi tin ren le thi phim le na kan so ram noa i mo ye kan so ram mun sa fiar tui thiang kan do na tam tin a tin tin sar moi le ro me a sam kara song te lung ro kan din sui ko oi moi chuang ma nge kan le na so tang ram lua ana pi pura si po vang le tin kai do ra now reng reng ram chuan ni le na tin lai lung mon vang tang tin rau
Thank you. Next, may I request Head of Department of Physics, Professor S. Rai, for an address.
A very good morning to all of you. I have immense pleasure and privilege to give a warm welcome in behalf of the Department of Physics, and we are very thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor to give us precious time to organize this conference, although he is very busy today because of other programs. We are also thankful to Professor S.M. Bhattacharya, who is instrumental and contributed to organize this CMD 2016 at MZU, Department of Physics. The Department of Physics came into existence in 2003. The department has 7 regular faculty. All faculty members are involved in the development of the infrastructure of high quality. The department offers MSc and PhD programs. The MSc has 30 intake with specialization in condensed matter physics, electronics, and laser in spectroscopy. There are 16 full-time and part-time research scholars pursuing research or PhD degree in laser spectroscopy, condensed matter, nuclear physics, and astrophysics. Our group actually involved in the synthesis and characterization of metallic and semiconductor nanoparticle embedded in several rare earth in glass and polymer matrix for application in laser materials, solar cell collector, memory devices, and other optoelectronic devices. Einstein said, in the matter of physics, the first lesson should nothing but what is the experimental and interesting to see. A pretty experiment is in itself often very valuable than 30 formula extracted from our mind. CM Day is introduced to create a forum to exchange the idea and information from experimental and theoretical results. CM Day actually play a very important role in science and technology. CM Day condensed matter physics, the most exotic materials are solid, liquid, plasma, and physical state of matter, DEC. So I hope all the presentation will attract much attention, and discussion follow will reach in context. Of course, the discussion by participant will constantly follow outside the conference also. I wish all the delegates a fruitful, enjoyable, and inspiring interaction during the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, may I please request our Vice Chancellor to give us a speech.
A very good morning to all of you. Professor Samindra Bhattacharjee, President, Professor Yuari, Dean of School of Physical Sciences, Professor Thapa, Professor Rai, and senior academicians, Professor T.P. Sinha, Professor Claes Carr, and other resource persons and participants, my dear student friends, my colleagues in the university, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy that I am involved in this function. I'd like to apologize for causing inconvenience to change your program. We have another meeting, which is the date was fixed because UGC has fixed the date, and so not only that, some of the resource persons for that meeting also have to leave the station tomorrow, so we could not change it. So because of that, we have requested the organizers of this CM Days function to prepone. I hope you don't have much inconvenience, and I apologize for this inconvenience. I would like to congratulate the Department of Physics and the School of Physical Sciences for hosting this function, and also I thank the leaders of these same days for giving us an opportunity to the university to host this function. CM condensed matter physics, I think it is one of the broadest fields of physics. Of course, it can even go up to chemistry and others. And a lot of things must have been there in the recent past. I do not have much to say about physics, except that physics was my first love when I finished my pre-university science in the early 1960s, because I was planning to take physics at the BSc level, but those days our college was known for chemistry and the neighbor college was known for physics. So if I was to take physics, then I wanted to change my college. But my vice principal, who was also our warden in the hostel, he did not allow me to change my college. And somehow I got 2 marks higher in chemistry than in physics. He said, you have higher marks in chemistry, so you have to take chemistry honors. So you did not change your college. That's why I took up chemistry honors. Otherwise, I should have been a physicist. May not be as big as you people, but at least I'll know a little bit more about physics. So now I'm very blind about physics. Anyhow, I am happy that this CM Days is observed every year, and I'm sure in these interactions, in these meetings, you must have learned many things from one another. Even these days, no person can know everything, and no single department, even university departments, can know everything. So I think exchange of ideas, exchange of knowledge is very, very important, because knowledge is expanding like anything. And even in research, it is not possible for any single institute, not only the manpower, but even the facilities to have all the facilities required for the research. So collaboration is very, very important. Our university is encouraging to have collaboration with other institutions, other universities in the country and also abroad. So we are exploring where we can have collaborations. So I hope that during this workshop or whatever you call seminar, instead of in addition to exchange of ideas, knowledge, you can also discuss where we can, the departments, the universities can work together and have some collaborative research, etc. I think that should also be explored during these meetings. And our university also, we have one central instrumentation center where we have some of the equipment, not maybe as big as some of you have. These are also, I think, they are open if you can explore what we have and use them if you need them, particularly people in the Northeast. Many of our universities, we do not have all the facilities. I think these facilities are open. Of course, there may be some nominal charges and all this also. I think you explore what you can do in this university for some part of your research. And this physics department, as they have already mentioned, is the oldest in the School of Physical Sciences, started in 2003. And now we hope that some more facilities will be provided. Our teachers are going in the near 2-3 days hence to present some for the DST project. I hope we'll get, and better facilities will be available. And we also, in the academic council, although the head did not mention, we have agreed in principle to have in the department this electronics course. MSc Electronics.
Sorry, I forgot to mention.
MSc Electronics. I do not know because our...
Also MCA
mathematics.
MCA mathematics also. These two, we don't have MCA in our university. In the affiliated colleges, institutions, we have BCA, but to go further, we do not have MCA. So mathematics department, as it is Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, we thought that they should, if possible, start MCA also without opening another department, and in physics, electronics course. So all these things also, I think, the concerned departments, you can discuss with the experts who come from outside what will be the best ways to run these courses. Of course, it may be a little difficult at the moment because of the shortage of faculty, but now the new plan, or whatever you call plan, or whatever it is going to start from next year. So I think while making our plans also, all these things can be looked into, because I have just constituted a committee to prepare the development plan for the next 5 years. You might not have received it. So the deans are members of this committee. So you can also think of these new things, departments, concerned departments, and you can get some ideas, feedback, and suggestions from our experts from outside. As I said, I don't have much to say on these CM days. I'm very happy that there are representatives, academicians coming from different parts of the country, different institutions in the northeast and from the eastern part of India. I think particularly the northeast used to be very much cut off, and our teachers, our students do not have much exposure outside. These occasions like seminars, workshops are the opportunities, particularly for our young faculty members and our research scholars and our MSc students to get exposed to the outside world. So I would like to request even our research scholars and our MSc students to take maximum advantage of these functions, these seminars, to learn more things, because your teachers, they have their own specialization, their own fields, so they may not be much exposed, you may not be much exposed to other fields of research, fields of physics. So I think this is the right time to take advantage, so take it seriously. You may be busy in organizing and all, that I understand, but as far as possible, you try to attend lectures and other activities during these 2 or 3 days. I join the Dean in welcoming you all to Mizoram University. Ours is still a young university, hardly 15 years old, but we are trying our best to develop the infrastructure and other facilities. Even our guest house, we wanted to have a bigger guest house so that we can host more of these conferences, but unfortunately, the 12th plan, the UGC did not give us much development grant for all the central universities that is common to all. We would like to have another guest house with conference hall of about 150 to 200 capacity, and guest house about 50 more seats, but which could not materialize during the 12th plan. I hope in the next plan or after this plan is over with our proposals, we'll be able to have better guest house for accommodating all of you. So if there are certain problems, difficulties during your stay here. We apologize, but kindly bear with us. But if there is anything we can do to make your stay more comfortable, kindly tell our organizers within our capacity. Would like to make your stay comfortable. So I don't think I'll say much. So it's more important that you spend your time on your physics matters. So I once again welcome you, and I hope that you'll have a very fruitful and lively interaction during these 2-3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational speech. Thank you for sharing your interest in physics and giving us valuable suggestions. Next, may I request Dr. Mizoram Luata, Secretary CMDs 2016, for a vote of thanks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the organizing committee and on my own behalf, I express my sincere thanks to the Vice Chancellor Professor Alatan Krona, Mizoram University, for gracing the inaugural function with his presence and his inspirational speech, despite his busy schedule. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Dean SPS School of Physical Science, Professor R.C. Tiwari, and Head, Professor Ezra, Department of Physics, for your address in this function and for your help and support throughout. So we thank you. My sincere thanks to Professor Somen Bhattacharjee, President, CM Days, for being here and for your support and help and the advice you have given to make this program a success. Thank you, sir. Most important of all, I thank Professor R.K. Thapa, convener of this workshop, this conference. It is due to his hard work and dedication for these CM days that we are all here today. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the faculty, Department of Physics, the staff of Department of Physics. Without your support and help, we won't be here, so we acknowledge your help. I thank MSc students of Physics Department for your beautiful song and for your help in the stage. I also thank the MZU administration for providing this beautiful auditorium and also conference hall in the MZU guest house. We also acknowledge and thank them for providing guest house to our participants. I also thank the academic staff college, Mizoram University, for providing their hostel facilities to our participants. So because of this, none of the participants had to stay outside the campus. All of them are housed in the campus. My sincere thanks to the research scholars of Department of Physics, Mizoram University. It is due to their hard work and implementation of each of their duties that led us to this program. Last but not the least, I thank all invited speakers, all participants. Without your participation, this would not have been possible. We try our level best to make your stay comfortable. Please do not hesitate to approach us, the conveners, the secretary, the treasurer, and the volunteers. If you have any problem, please approach us and let us know. We'll try our best to solve your problems. So with this, I thank all of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mizoram Luata. Our next session, technical session, will be held at MZU Guest House Conference Hall. And before that, we will have a group photo session outside. So let us all proceed outside for the session, and tea will be available there. Thank you all.